Yeah.
Hello, I'm that weird guy in your mom's bed in the morning. You don't know who I am, but I know you. Why are you moving the camera? Get my boner in the shot. Oh, it fell!
Hey, this is Tone Deaf Vapes. Today I'm gonna try to cover the Kanger T3. I've had that for a long time, so I definitely put it through the ringer, put it through its testing. So some prices here. On average, they're about $8 or $9. You could they're on sale right now for $7 at e-cig USA, but they're out of stock right now. And the heads are about $3. The replaceable heads, and we'll get into what that looks like. Okay, let's check it out. So this is it right here. It's got kind of like a textured, I don't even know what to call that, machined screw-in part right here. And this right here is the head, which is $3 to replace. It's got it's a bottom coil, and the wicks are right there. They're pretty short, unlike the long wicks, or even the short wick Kanger T2. This is even shorter wicks. It's got this center post here, and you can just wiggle and pull it out, and then it has two wicks sitting on top of the coil, and then two wicks inside of the coil. So if you're vaping a heavy VG liquid, so heavier viscosity, it's gonna be hard to get in all those wicks, and you may get some dry hits. If so, just pull out the top wick. The Vaping Greek has a video about that, so you can check that out. I won't get too into that. But so if you're getting dry hits, that'll solve the problem. But I found it just works fine right out of the box for me. But that's the post, the wicks, and the coil in there. So we'll just put that back. And it has the screws right there. They just screw right in here. Yeah. And this part, you have the mouthpiece right there. And when I first got this, it took me a while to get used to, because I had the Kanger T2s and they screwed off from the top. So I find myself all the time not even thinking, and it's running out of liquid, and I just keep pulling that, trying to get it off, and it just won't come. So what else? And a few times I've done that where it's on my device and I just start screwing away and it detaches and liquid starts leaking. That's my fault, just not thinking. But it's something to be aware of if you're used to the T2s. So in here is just like a center post thing that this part goes into. So yeah, I think that's about it for the pieces. What should we do next? The head, for this one, is supposed to be 3.4 ohm. I can't test the accuracy of that because it will not fit on this device that I usually check my ohms with. And that's what I'll get into next, I suppose, is that because of this, how thick this is, and the textured machined little ring there that protrudes, I can't get it on a device like this. And I'm guessing it's like that. I can't be sure, but I'm guessing it's like that with most PVs with the recessed thing like that. So just keep that in mind. It will not fit on this and may not fit on your device. So this works best with ego batteries. And when I first got this, I was using it on a Tigo battery, an Apollo Tigo, and it has the ego connection, but it doesn't have the protruding 510 connection like that. It doesn't have that. It's just like a flat battery connection, and this worked perfectly on that. And then when I tried to put it on here, on a 510 Ego, it was not getting any air. Like, I would just suck on it and it would get no air whatsoever. And it was that way for a long time. And then I just I thought I'll just post pull, so I just stuck like a pen or something small and pulled this out little by little, spinning the kanger around and pulling the post out a little bit. And I also did that on the battery pin a little bit and just pulled it a little up, being careful, and that solved the problem. I'm able to get air and I'm able to get the battery connection. There's no juice in here. So that's what we'll do next. I think that if you want to be safe, you may want to use a syringe tip, but I don't find it too big of an obstacle to just take the dropper bottle and run it down the side there. And you want to have this upside down and do it this way, because it's a bottom feeder, bottom coil. So just get a little bit of juice in there. Pop that on. Screw down. Let it soak in a little bit. So this is not going to perform as well as the one you get, because I've had this for a month plus. This has been through the ringer, which I think is a very long time in the world of clearamizers and such. And all I would have to do is just get $3, and I would have a brand new head, and it would be awesome. But just for the sake of this video, I'm just doing it with this head, which is still working, but it's not quite up to performance. So so right now the vapor isn't as good as when I got it. But yeah. But it still works pretty good for over a month's use. To clean this, all I do is just take it off and take the head and take it off the battery, obviously, but I just run some water over the wicks, and then I take a cloth and just dab the wicks and dry them off a little bit, and then I dry burn it and just do that for a while, get all the water out, and I find that's a good technique of cleaning it. So yeah, that's about it. You can get these at e-cig USA. They're pretty cheap. The heads are replaceable. It's a good performer, and it is a tank. I cannot believe it lasted this long. Every Stardust I've tried has died within a week or two. The Kanger T2's performance dramatically drops after a week or so, even less probably. I think it is a good clearmizer. I think it surpasses the problem of the Kanger T2s, because at first I would enjoy the Kanger T2s, which was top coil, and then something about the heads would start sucking. The flavor was not as good, and the dry wicking was ridiculous, and you'd have to do this all the time, and it would still not taste that great. This solved that problem. Good flavor, not bad vapor, not great vapor production, but it's definitely not bad. It's definitely worth the increase in flavor and the longevity of the device. So I think it's good. That's all I got. Check out my other videos, subscribe, Goodbye.
Tone deaf vapes.